Hi everyone, we are almost ready to start our first hatching process. We've got a dozen hatching eggs, Japanese quail hatching eggs that arrived in the post this morning, and we've got a dozen Japanese, same type, and they're off a local chap. So we've got them ready. We have our Brinsea. I'll just bring this round here to show you. Our Brinsea, it's actually an Octagon 20 advanced incubator. So we've got that here. I've made a little list for myself to remind me what I'm to do on what days. Okay. And I also have the instruction manual. So my plan is I'm going to program the incubator tonight. And then in the first thing in the morning, I'm going to switch it on. It says to leave it for about an hour to get up to temperature. And then I'm going to put the eggs in. Which is quite exciting. I do feel a little bit nervous about it because obviously I've never done it before. You know, and I want it to go okay. So yeah, I do feel a little bit nervous, but I'm sure it's one of those things where once you've done it a few times, you're like, oh yeah, it's really simple. But yeah, it does feel a little bit overwhelming tonight. The reason why I'm not putting the eggs in tonight is when you've ordered hatching eggs, especially ones that have come through the post, they say to leave them to settle for 24 hours. So that's what I'm doing. So they'll be ready in the morning. So I'm going to switch on the incubator and I'm going to program it. Using these very clear instructions, and then I'm gonna save all the settings, switch it off, and then start again and switch it back on in the morning. But for those of you who haven't hatched before, so I am in the same boat as you, I found it really helpful to just make quick notes on what happens on each day. And that'll just remind myself as well to, you know, just until we get used to it, because it's all new at the moment, you know. So yeah, so it should go okay. So I'm gonna have a go at programming it, and then I'll be back in the morning to put the eggs in. So let's switch on. That's George and Henry in the background, you can hear there. It's making a noise. Yep, there you go. So basically it says when it arrives, it's got everything will be in default mode. So let's just go for it, I think, probably. Hopefully, because we've actually put it in our downstairs toilet because there's no direct sunlight in here, so fingers crossed the room temperature won't be affected by the sunshine. So hopefully the alarm for the high temperature or the low temperature won't go off, because obviously the room temperature should be pretty stable here. So that's the reason why and it's a really well ventilated room, so that's why we've chosen in here. So the cooling, incubation cooling for quails is 2 hours a day, but that doesn't start until day 7. So that actually was okay. Sometimes the thought of doing these things is actually worse. I think it's because I know that there could be little chicks in them eggs in a week or so. So that's why I feel a little bit. I'm a gardener, so I'm used to germinating seeds. But for some reason now it's chicks. It feels different, although it's something, I've obviously haven't worked in an incubator before, but I've worked with a germinator, so yeah, it'll be fine. I am also a worrier, so it's ticking a lot of boxes, this new thing. So what I'm going to do though, I'm going to leave this on now to see actually what temperature it's going to say the room is anyway. And what I might do, just to check it, because obviously it's got a cradle which automatically moves the eggs every day. I might put it in that, just bear with me, put it in the cradle just to check that everything is working okay. So I just put that in there. So I've turned the cradle on. There you go, you can hear it ticking. So what I'll do now is I'll leave that for a bit now. Yeah, and we'll check back in the morning when the eggs are ready to go in. Okay, the eggs are in the tray. Let me just show you. Bear with me a minute. So what I've done is I've put the different eggs at different ends of the tray, so that nearer to hatching we can put a plastic divider in to keep the two batches separate. So they're all ready to go in. Incubator's been on for about an hour to make sure that the temperature's okay. So here goes. Just put the tray in. Tray in that way. So eggs are in. So I'll just put the cradle on now, and then that will start turning. So fingers crossed, let's see how it goes.